All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on how to avoid drama when it comes to content creating because you can't really avoid it. Like, if I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you guys, you can't truly avoid drama and stuff. Like, there's gonna be people. It doesn't even really matter like what you do when it comes to content creating. I feel like all aspects of content creating, whether it's like the simplest of stuff, where it's like you're a DJ or something. I'm pretty sure DJs go through it with content creating. Freaking, I could tell y'all firsthand. I'm all like gaming reaction videos. Like, what other content have I came across? Like commentary. What are some other stuff? Like, there's just people out there that just seek out drama, and it makes no sense because like you're not doing anything to those individuals. You're just a content creator. You're doing what everybody else is doing when it comes to content creating. But yeah, there are people out there where like you can't really avoid them. You can ignore them, but you can't really avoid them. They're like the internet bullies, of the internet world and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, the times where I have dealt with people like that, like just drama-filled people, the times I've seen other people deal with it, like, I don't think I talk about it enough. And I think that's the main motivation behind this podcast episode is my friends. Like, they, and I'm constantly telling them, I'm like, hey, if you need somebody to join your stream and start roasting people, I really don't mind. But there's at times where my friends where they will be streaming, right? And it's mainly like the women streamers, but there would be times where they'll be streaming, and if they're playing, I've heard like Valorant can be toxic. I already know Call of Duty can be toxic and stuff, but especially Search and Destroy. Like, there's one of my friends, I might have talked about this before, and some of you guys may even have seen it if you've joined her streams and stuff. But no, there's at times where like she's playing. My friend leans with it. She's playing Search and Destroy and Black Ops Cold War, and there's just people being mad toxic, and I'm like, fam, you don't even know. But it's like the thing is though, I don't think they're more so doing it because she's a content creator. I mean, like, there's probably people out there that have joined her. I'm not saying that it ain't possible. I'm pretty sure that there's people, stream snipers, where it's like you got it where they will join like your, like any platform that you're on, whether it's YouTube or Twitch or TikTok, whatever. If they know that you're a content creator, yeah, they're definitely gonna be toxic. But I feel like that there's people out there that don't, they're just toxic. They don't necessarily care if you are a content creator or not. They see it as that you are, especially with women, they see it as that you're a woman. You shouldn't be playing video games. You should be in the kitchen making me something to eat, knowing you've never met this woman a day before in your life. But they say things like that, and it trips me out. And I'm like, fam, like, honestly, like, I wonder if they would say that to, like, let me think of some people like Ronda Rousey, or the women that Ronda Rousey has fought when she was in the UFC. Even like, but I'm just saying, like, that's how you got to look at it. That's how you got to view it, is that every woman out there is Ronda Rousey, because you don't really know who they are and what they're capable of. But I just know for a fact that a lot of these guys would not say that to, women's faces and things. And there was a content creator not too long ago. I'm trying to think, is it this guy that's been trending a lot lately? It might be him. I don't know. I ain't going to say the name because I don't know for sure if it is him or not. But I know that there is a content creator out there that's been dealing with a lot of hate and backlash. But I remember he overall is just starting drama. If this is the same guy, yeah, he's just starting drama for himself. Like, there's people out there, they'll just say things just because they know that it's going to stir up some stuff. But he goes on to say, like, oh, if a woman is in a relationship where she's married. I was talking about this not too long ago too, and he was like, if a woman is married to me or in a relationship with me, she has to be in the kitchen cooking and doing all these other, like, these old fashioned, like, he thinks it must be the 1950s or like the time where women didn't have rights and stuff. And I'm like, sir, it's a new day and age. Like, my thing is this: if it came down to it, and they said that, I had to be a stay-at-home dad. I feel like I'm already kind of heading in that direction. I'm saying, like, I'm literally working from home. This right here is my job. Being a content creator is my job. So if my wife, girlfriend, whoever, she wanted to go out and, do some whatever job out there and stuff, and I had to be a stay-at-home dad, I'm like, why should that be a problem? Why should that be an issue? I would have no issue or no problem with that. It's like, I don't think that there is an issue or a problem with that. And it's like, I think more men need to be accepting this stuff like that. I mean, overall, like, at the end of the day, it's, like, make your money, do your thing, get a job. Don't be lazy. Don't be, just not doing nothing. But, like, do something. But at the same time, it's like, you shouldn't look at you being this macho man, and it's like a lot of times, like, these quote unquote macho men, they're only talking about stuff. They ain't actually out there, showing actions and showing that they can live this life that they talk about. They're only talking about it. They're trying to stir up some stuff, thinking like, oh yeah, people are gonna agree with me. But it's like, the only people, when you're saying things like that, the only people that are going to agree with you when you're trying to tell a woman what to do is other abusive men. So I just, like, let that sink in and stuff. Like, that's the route. When you're talking crazy about women on social media and stuff, the internet, wherever, it's like, fam, you're only heading in the route of being an abusive boyfriend or husband. Like, that's it. Like, you definitely ain't gonna be like no Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio, or let me think, or Ryan Gosling Notebook type dude. No, you're gonna be like Ike Turner. You're gonna be, let me think of some other people out there. There was this one movie where a guy, that dude was crazy. Like, he literally stumped his wife out, like, in the street. Cops standing there, watched the whole thing go down. Think she was wearing like a neck brace. Dude messed her up. It's like an old Lifetime movie. Yeah, I be sitting around watching Lifetime movies. Don't judge me. But anyways, but no, like, that's the route that you're heading down when you talk like that on social media and stuff. And honestly, like, my advice to all women out there, if you are dealing with a guy like that, like, watch this movie, a Jennifer Lopez movie called Enough. Like, and just you don't even need to, like, watch, like, just watch the ending towards the end of the movie and stuff. And, and it should be overall, like, a clear indication of what you should be doing when you're dealing with a guy like that. It's like, take some kickboxing classes. Like, that's the thing that I was thinking of the other day. I like how I was talking on content creating, but I kind of just, like, it's like content creating and, like, some, like, relationship talking stuff. I'll get back into content creating in a moment, but I was thinking this the other day where I'm like, honestly, if I had a girlfriend or a wife that knew how to fight, like, that would not faze me. Like, that would not, and if her reason for it is because she doesn't trust me, like, as a man, she doesn't, like, like, more so, like, she just doesn't, like, she's not really, like, open to me. Like, she's scared, like, maybe because she's been in some toxic relationships where she's been around some abusive guys and stuff. So she took up a fighting class and she's, telling me this. Like, if a woman were to come out and tell me that, I wouldn't think anything of it. I'm all like, hey, do what you gotta do. Like, I don't necessarily, and then, no, on top of that, then it's like, let's say if it's a situation where she didn't know how to fight, I ask her, like, do you know how to fight and stuff? Not saying, like, well, I'm gonna need you to defend me in case we're in battle. But I'm just saying, like, like, in case of, if we don't work out as a couple, like, I don't think it would end, like, on bad terms, but I'm just saying, like, in case if we don't work out as a couple, I would like for you to, like, take up a fighting class just in case, because I'm like, you don't know who you coming across out there in the world and stuff. So, like, I definitely 100% will want, whoever my significant other is, like, I would want her to take up a fighting class just so, like I'm saying, like, if the relationship don't work out, I would at least I would feel more comfortable if she knew how to fight going into her next relationship, because I don't trust people out there. I'm all like, I trust absolutely nobody and stuff. So I'm like, then it could be a bit, like, the thing is like, I might not even trust her that much. I'm like, I might mess around, she learns how to fight and then she's punking me out, and I'm all like, wait a minute, I helped you out with this. I'm all like, no, it ain't going down like that. So But anyway, I'm like, I leave that relationship. I'm like, kind of mess is this? But anyways, but no, like overall, I just think that would be like a good idea. Like I just think that women should, take up a fighting class, or if it's like you got brothers and stuff, like just overall, just know how to defend yourself in case if a situation like that goes down. But yeah, it's just overall, I guess, to like put fear in guys like that, that carry on, like I was saying, like in search and destroy and stuff. Because, like I was overall saying, it's like, dudes that carry on like that, that's the route that they're heading down. So, but anyways, getting back into content creating, but, but it's just overall crazy. It's like, even at times where I'm like watching some of my other streamer friends, like there's my one friend, Blazing, I don't know, like she had recently said that she was done streaming. And I don't know, like maybe, she was like dealing with something personally, like whatever the fact is and stuff like that it's none of my business. So I'm like, more power to her and her career choices and stuff. But no, the times I do remember being in her stream, I remember like people joining her stream just being toxic, saying racist things. And she's having to constantly tell these guys like, hey, stop that. Like, you can't join another person. Like, that's the thing, though. It's like, you cannot join another person. And that's why I don't really like playing with a whole lot of different people. Like, even if it's somebody that, like, that if they're in my streams frequently and they're showing that they a cool person, they being all cool and chill with me, I still don't trust them as an individual. I trust nobody. I trust the person if they're, random. We've never met. They don't know me. I don't know them. That'll be the only time, like, when I would really trust. But it's somebody that I would have to seek after, because I already know, like, there's going to be people out there that's only joining your stream to be toxic. They're all like, oh, let me, capture this moment of me arguing with TMossBoss in his stream while we're playing some video game together and stuff. No, that's why I like playing single player games, bruh. Like, no, honestly, I'm like, I'm more comfortable playing a single player game by myself rather than having it where if it's like, there could be people in my stream just talking or chatting and stuff, that I'm like, okay, I can easily ban them. But I mean, like, even if it's like we're playing a video game online, it's like I can easily, leave the game or just, whatever and things. But yeah, it's just overall, like, I'm like, to eliminate all of that, I'm like, look, I would rather just go and just play a video game by myself, not have to worry about nobody, because there are going to be people out there that's overall wanting to join your streams just to be toxic. I'm pretty sure that's happened before, where people have invited, like just talking to my friend Blazing, where a guy joined her stream and he was like dropping like the N-word and stuff in her stream, and it's like, bruh, don't do that. It's like, don't say racist things, don't say nothing like that, period. Okay. And there's people out there that literally want to argue, like, they just add more to the drama where they want to argue with you. Like, I'm allowed to say whatever I want. I'm like, no, in my stream, you're not allowed to say whatever you want. You take that to your stream, to your platforms or whatever. But when you're in my stream, you're having respect, point blank, period. Okay. Ain't none of that extra stuff. So that's why I'm like, I'm not going to be for. I set like a lot of like rules and guidelines when it comes to like my platforms and stuff. I'm like, don't come to my stuff being toxic, because I will ban or block you depending on what platform we're on. If they're talking bans. If they're talking blocks. But I'm not going to put up with nobody thinking they could just talk all types of crazy to me and then just get away with it. I'm like, nah. I'm like, that's what happened to the one guy that was joining my stream being all racist and toxic. I just got enough of it. It's funny because I had blocked them. I should have blocked them prior before, but it was like I blocked him for just, just some old dumb stuff that he was saying. And I very well could have just been like, bro, stop talking about that. Just talk about something else. You could talk about the video game. You could talk about whatever you want to talk about, but stop being toxic, okay? Like, this might gonna be my... And no, I'm like, I'm gonna just tell people from now on, it's like, hey, look, I'm giving you one warning. Before, I used to give people the 3-strike rule, but I'm like, they seem like that they want to use their strikes and some. So I'm straight up just telling people, I'm like, I'm giving you one warning. Come to my streams, acting toxic, I'll ban you. Point blank simple. I'm all like, there ain't like nothing. I don't care what you're going to possibly say, because there are people out there that want to make it seem like that banning them, blocking them, deleting their comments, it's wrong. I don't know how many times I've seen where people have tried to like get into my head by telling me, oh, if you delete my comment, then I'm right. You know what you're saying is wrong. No, I'm deleting your comments because it's trash. That's why when they have like the little delete thing, it don't say delete. It has like a trash can next to it, meaning that it's trash. It's garbage. Like, I don't want trash and garbage on my channel. I'm like, I want my channel to be clean. Like, it look like one of them, like them houses in them commercials and stuff. That's what I want my YouTube channel to look like a clean house, all right? But if there's little trash particles, I don't want my clean house to go to a hoarder house and stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm like, you could say whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. You could make all the videos talking about how I ban people, block people, delete comments, and all this other extra stuff. I don't care. I really do not care. So I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm gonna delete it and go on about my day and things. But yeah, then they'll try to say some old dumb stuff like, oh, you do care, but you do care. I'm like, how do you care about something when you throw it away? That's honestly, my thing is this. If I give away a pair of shoes, I don't care about those shoes no more. If I give away a car, I don't care about that car no more. If I give away money to a person, I don't care about that money no more. Although I would expect them to pay me back because money is a little bit different. But anyways, but if I'm giving away food to people, if I'm giving away, whatever it is, if I'm pushing it out of my life, that means that I don't care about it. I don't know what kind of backwards philosophy that is where if you delete a comment, you care about it. How does that make any sense? I don't get that. Somebody gonna have to explain that one to me. But anyways, and that being said, moral of the story, moral of the podcast episode, people that are toxic, stop being toxic. To the people that are not being toxic, ban, block these people, do whatever you need to do to get these people out your hair. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from GEEK, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off of your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.